Hello and welcome to Channel Sport this morning. It's great to have you join us again. I'm Taya Salah.
And I'm Cecilia Morbe. The best place to start this morning is in France, where the Super Falcons of Nigeria will be up against the national team of France. So this is a huge test for the girls.
You can say that again. I mean, massive test. I mean, the build-up has been ongoing for the past week now. Finally, we get to see the Super Falcons take on France tonight. Wish the girls all the best at the Le Mans Stadium.
Okay.
Also on the show, this time around, we're going to the UEFA Europa League. And Arsenal, they have one leg in the semi-finals of that competition after thumping CSK Moscow by 4-1. Those two guys in your pictures, Alexander Lacazette and the other guy, Aaron Ramsey, responsible for that victory for the Gunners.
Okay. And for the Gunners, 27 goals in the UEFA Champions League, the Europa League competition.
They're having a ball, Cecilia. They're having a ball. But it's not over until it's over. Also on the show this time around, we're going to the National Basketball Association. Not very good news for Boston Celtics fans because it's been confirmed that All-Star point guard Kyrie Irving will miss the postseason because of knee infection. Cecilia, this is heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking. I mean, we didn't expect this at all. He joined them and immediately he joined. Remember that 13-game winning streak they had? I mean,
they were looking
really good. But right now, well, this is a huge blow for the Boston Celtics going into the playoffs.
Big blow.
How are they going to survive this?
I don't know. I mean, you remember when the season started, Gordon Hayward was the first person to go down injured. So we thought it was going to be a very, very difficult situation for the Celtics. But they rallied round and they won games. They went on that run that you talked about, the winning run. They didn't really feel his absence too much because the other guy stepped up. Now Kyrie Irving, bona fide All-Star, is gone now, and it's going to be a bigger miss, no doubt about that at all. But the other guys, they have to step up as well too.
That's the thing. But you know, sometimes at the particular time that is off, that's what is important. I mean, not the time you expect them to be off, especially going into the playoffs. So you would have, if you had been like maybe out of the season for like maybe 3-4 games into the beginning of the playoffs, you understand, okay, or before it even starts, you understand that, okay, they'll know what to do to be able to, cope, before the playoffs start. Now the playoff is just there, and how are they going to cope?
Yeah, it's coming so late, like you said, that's the problem. But all the other guys have to step up. They don't have a choice now. Jalen Brown, all those guys in the team, they have to, try and cope with the absence of Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is very confident that he's going to come back healthy for next season, and it's going to be at the TD Garden supporting his teammates as well too when the postseason commences in a couple of weeks. So we're wishing Kyrie Irving soonest recovery. Hopefully he can make a full return from that knee infection and get back on the court. While Kyrie is injured at the moment, the game's still ongoing in the National Basketball Association, and about 3-4 games to go now. We're already knowing the teams that will make it into the playoffs. So let's just run through some of the results in the NBA games that were played early this morning Nigerian time. The Rockets already have the best seed of the NBA. So they're going to have home court advantage all through the playoffs.
Which is really cool.
Very, very cool for the Houston Rockets. They defeated the Portland Trail Blazers 96-94. It was a very, very close win.
Yeah, Chris Paul converted runner inside the final second.
Right.
And that's how they were able to cap that. What?
Incredible.
A series sweep over them.
Yeah, it's a sweep over them. Yeah.
Winning streak to 20 games. That's a good one.
No, the Rockets are on fire. I mean, it's incredible the way they've been playing. And some people have actually tipped, Houston
to win,
to go on and dethrone the Warriors as the champions of the Western Conference and perhaps go on to win the NBA championship as well. To remember, they've been chasing that for a long time. They haven't won it since Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon led them, I think, 1995, circa 1995. So that's it for the Houston Rockets, still going very, very, very strong. Also, in action, we saw the Milwaukee Bucks taking on the Brooklyn Nets, and the Brooklyn Nets surprisingly defeated Milwaukee 119-111. Allen Crabbe scoring 25 points in that particular game for Brooklyn. Brooklyn not going anywhere, no playoffs, nothing for them. But it's good to see them still playing with pride.
It's okay. It's a good one for them.
Good one for
Giannis in this one contributed 19 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Huge one for
They're in the playoffs already, so I imagine Giannis, the Greek freak, is taking it very easy now. Just wait on until the playoffs start, and you see the real Giannis Antetokounmpo. Elsewhere, the Timberwolves and the Nuggets clashed, and the Nuggets won that one 196. Jamal Murray scoring 22 points in that victory for Denver. The Wizards also lost against the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Wizards were leading for a long time in this game, but they were stunned by the Cavs with LeBron James scoring 13 of his 3 points in the fourth quarter in that very stunning victory and comeback victory for Cleveland. And last but not the least, the Warriors got absolutely annihilated by the Indiana Pacers, 126-106. 126-106. I mean, this is just incredible. This kind of scoreline. Not very good. After the match, the coach, Steve Kerr, was absolutely fuming. And it wasn't okay with the lack of effort by his team at all. Bojan Bogdanovic scoring 28 points for the Pacers in that victory, while Victor Oladipo contributed 14 of his 21 points in the second half. So
7 assists, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals added to that.
Great season continues for Victor Oladipo. But for the Warriors...
not a good one. Not a good one at all. KD, well, faced them with 27 points and 7 assists. But then he was more like the guy who was more coming into the game. The others were just that.
Strange.
Very strange for the Warriors. I think I didn't expect this kind of defeat at all.
Yeah, no one expected it at all. But the Warriors, they have a couple of weeks to get the acts together before the postseason starts. So that's it for the National Basketball Association. Let's go on to the first major of the year. That's in golf, the Augusta Masters. It's ongoing right now. We saw the first round yesterday, and Jordan Spieth is the man to talk about in this one. Cecilia, should we just go on and see how Jordan Spieth fired an impressive first round to take a 2-shot lead at Augusta National?
This golf course is a lot easier to play if you feel like you can just hit the center of greens and move from there and wait for your chances. And it's easy to say that you should, you kind of want to take that approach starting out. But if you start well, it's easier to stick to that game plan. I shot 2 rounds in the 70s instead of, tied a scoring record here one year. It just shows that on the weekend, it backs you up, it backs everybody up, and you got to be prepared for that. I think quick starts are important in any event. It's not unique to the Masters at all. It's any tournament. If you get off to a good start, you're in control of your own fate versus needing a little bit of help. So this tournament often feels like there's 6 rounds. With how the weekend, I feel like I'm kind of 1 round down out of 6. And so I'm not getting ahead of myself. It's just, it was a really good start.
And to see myself kind of roll the ankle just on an easy little back pedal wasn't really athletic. So it is what it is. I know it's kind of blown up on social media, and I've seen the video replay over in my head millions of times overnight. But yeah, it is what it is. It was an embarrassing moment, scary moment at the same time. But hey, I'm happy where I stand, and it's going to be something that I can just laugh at later in life, no question.
Okay, that was Tony Finau there. Speaking on his first round at the Augusta Masters, where he actually suffered an ankle dislocation, but was able to come back and, really impress in that first round.
He more like overshadowed everything because he's making his debut here. And if you check, he's in contention after the first round. Jordan Spieth, we understand, carded 5 betters over his final 6 holes. And of course, he was able to, take the leaderboard. But then Tiger Woods, the man Wolfett we want to talk about today. Okay, fine, he's really happy with what he has done. But then we know that Jordan Spieth is the man who is trying to take everything right now. He's in contention. Remember 2015? He won it in 2015, and 2014, 2016, well, he was runner-up. But then after that, he might just be thinking of how he's going to win this one. Now, talking about this man,
Tiger.
Yep.
I mean, it's not a lot to talk about. He's just glad to be playing without any physical limitation. And after his first round, he just says, I'm glad and happy to be back at Augusta National. Let's listen to him now.
Good shot. I felt great to be back out there again. I've only come up here the last couple of years just to have food. So it's nice to get out here and play and know that I had this golf course in front of me. It was a day that the rim was kind of puffing up, changing different directions. I didn't play the par fives very well today. I played an even par, and if I clean up the par fives, I'm right up that board.
I don't know. I mean, probably those last 3 holes. It's not always the birdies that stick out in your mind. That downhill left to righter I held on 17 was nice to see that go in. But yeah, I drove it well. Everything was really solid, and if I can continue to play like that over the next 3 days, I'll be pretty close.
All right, Rory McIlroy there talking about his own performance. Well, he's starting well. Remember, he actually needs this Augusta. He needs the green jacket to complete a career Grand Slam.
Yeah, he hasn't done that, and
he needs that slam.
He says he's not under pressure to do it, but then deep down there he really wants to. Yeah. I mean, because there's only an exclusive set of players that have done that. So Rory McIlroy, we'll see how he does in the second round later today. But let's go back to Jordan Spieth now. It was fantastic. In the first round, 5 consecutive birdies. That's remarkable.
I don't know how he did it, but then if you watch it, you understand how, do I use the word under fire? Not really under fire, because of how he actually flop it the last time. So this time around, he just want to continue. Will he be able to just continue this?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it pans
3
out.
more days.
It's going to be hard to, but he likes this course, and there's no doubt about it. He knows his way around it. But let's just enjoy Jordan Spieth on fire in the first round of the Augusta Masters.
Great. Go.
Okay, that's it for the Augusta Masters, and for now, round 2 will start later on today. We'll bring you more updates. By the time we come back here on Monday, we will have a champion, most definitely, if he doesn't go into a playoff. Okay, so let's move on quickly. Now let's talk about Rafael Nadal. Okay, we need to go on a break first of all. When we come back, we'll be talking, we'll continue our countdown to the 2018 FIFA World Cup, and we have more updates from Rafael Nadal as well.